In history, status, respect, and legacy were forged through raw, tangible achievement, not image. Rulers, warriors, liberators, and conquerors carved their names into time through blood, strategy, sacrifice, and unshakable presence in the face of death. Figures like Alexander the Great, Spartacus, or Queen Nzinga didn't perform greatness, they embodied it. Their power wasn't curated by publicists or screenwriters, but validated through empires built, enemies vanquished, and people freed. They shaped reality under impossible odds, and their reputations were not viral trends. They were etched into stone, passed through generations by song, story, and scripture. Today we live in an age of simulation. Cinema, music, sports, and media recreate the imagery of greatness without the stakes. Actors portray kings, athletes are branded as warriors, and influencers adopt the aesthetic of generals. But what we witness is myth repackaged, not relived. Visibility has replaced valor. The result is a culture where performance is mistaken for power. Modern culture often casts athletes, actors, and even gangsters as the successors to ancient warriors, symbols of strength, defiance, and charisma. But historical warriors didn't imitate power. They embodied it. They were the blueprint. They had the physical dominance of athletes, the magnetism of actors, and the fearsome edge that gangsters try to replicate, but with purpose far greater than personal fame. Sports teams name themselves after warrior tribes or apex animals to simulate greatness within safe, regulated arenas. But warriors didn't perform in stadiums. They fought for land, people, and survival. They held continents, not city blocks. They shaped culture, not just controlled corners of it. Even their physical prowess in duels, races, and hunts was secondary to their role as builders, defenders, and rulers. Actors portray legends. Warriors were the legends. Gangsters may rule over streets, but warriors commanded civilizations. When you place today's icons next to history's giants, the contrast is sharp. Actors become performers. Gangsters, local threats. Athletes, mascots wearing the names of men they could never match. Yet deep down, audiences still crave something authentic. That's why historical and biblical epics endure. They remind us of a time when greatness wasn't performed for the camera. It was earned with consequence. Before streaming services and stage lights, humans lived out the stories we now dramatize. They didn't watch legends unfold. They were the legend. Imagine being a Roman citizen when Caesar crossed the Rubicon, a Greek as Alexander's troops returned from Persia, an Egyptian as Moses defied Pharaoh. These were not metaphors. They were living, breathing upheavals. One speech could doom a city. One war could erase a kingdom. There were no curated feeds, no retakes. A royal affair could spark a global war. A public decree could redefine how people worshiped, traded, or even named their children.